Alright guys, so I got a bunch of questions about the octogram thing because I listed it out on paper, and then a lot of people were like, okay, I get it, I see what you're doing there, how the fuck does that look like something? What are you doing? So, a lot of times I mix up steps and beats, like an 8-step cap and an 8-step move. I consider it 8 steps because you're doing 8 different moves. Now the octogram's a bit different, it's more like an 8-beat flower, because you're not changing moves in between, but some of the other ones are 8 steps, because you're doing anti-spin, then an extension or something like that, like you're doing 2 different things. For this one, we're going to be doing the octogram. I'm trying to do a better one than I did last time, because I did kind of a crap quality one. Let's start with the basics. So, with your tri-catchers, there are 4 variations. You've got your up, down, left, and right. When you do a tri-catcher, you use 2 box points, 1 diamond point. So, diamond points and box points, we'll start there. These are my diamond points. Every time it points, that is a diamond point. These are my box points. Now, if you count all up, that's 8. When you do an octogram, you hit all 8 of those. That's why it's called an octogram, 8. So to do it, first you have to do all 4 variations of your tri-catcher. Again, 2 box points, 1 diamond. So if I want to do an up pointing one, I go box, diamond, box, box. Box, diamond, box, box, diamond, box, box, diamond. Up. I'm pointing up. Now the same idea applies if I go to the right side. So I can go box, box, diamond. Box, box, diamond. And this is your left side from the video. Box, box, diamond. Box, box, diamond, box, box, diamond, box, box, diamond. Then I have my down facing one. So I use these 2 box points up here. Box, diamond, box, box, diamond, box, box, diamond. So, and then the last one over here. Box, diamond, box, box, diamond, box, box, diamond. That. I'm not trying to do 2 diamonds in a box. I'm just doing 2 boxes and a diamond. So those are the 4 variations. Now when you do the octogram, you step through those by rotating it. Every time you do an iteration, I call it an iteration because you're doing 4 tri-catchers. So 1 tri-catcher, 2 tri-catchers, 3 tri-catchers, 4 tri-catchers. 1 iteration, 2 iteration, 3 iteration, 4 iteration. If I'm going one direction, my octogram rotates a specific direction. If I go the other direction, it rotates the other direction. So if you're watching a bit closely, the way this looks is I'm going box, diamond, 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 repeating endlessly. I'm doing a different pointing diamond every time I do a diamond. But depending which way I spin, it determines which way I'm rotating it. So keep that in mind when you're doing it. If you're doing it one direction and it feels like it's wanting to go a different direction, wanting to rotate a different direction, change the way you're spinning it, and then you can follow along a little bit better. So, usually I have people start on their non-native side, spinning reverse if you're looking at your non-native side, where it goes up first, like that. And what we're going to do, we're going to go box, box, diamond. We're going to do our upwards pointing first, box. When we get to our box here, we're going to go to a diamond point. Well, we're in anti-spin. We can really only go to this side. We're going to go to this side. Diamond. We go to another box point over here. Box. Now that we're at this box point, we can't go to that diamond point, we gotta go to another one. Well, there's one down here. So I'm gonna go diamond, box. And as I'm sitting over on this side of me, I have another diamond point over there. So now I can go diamond, box. And then I'm back where I started. So now I can go up, left, probably looks like right, down, right, looks like left to you guys. And then once I get clean with it, I start just bouncing through those points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relatively simple, might take a little bit of time to get used to. Once you get that down, you then add in your extensions, because we've all done try-catchers versus extensions. Every single one of us, whether you learned it pointing it down, or you learned it pointing it up, we all do them. Now, with the try-catcher versus extension being an octogram, and we know that it's 4 try-catchers because we point 4 times, it's going to take 4 extensions to do it. So if I'm doing an octogram, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to slow it down and I messed up my timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm counting every time this blue one goes all the way up to the top, my iterations. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 iterations. So, once you get good at that, you can then start applying the same ideas as weaving and direction changes that you do in your try-catcher versus extension. So if you're used to doing it like this, and then doing this, where you change the inside pattern to a different one, you know, those sorts of things, you can do that in your octogram as well. So I'm probably going to fumble on this, so I'm going to try and give you the basic idea. It's something I'm still working on. So I'll start with my left, and then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go back down that pattern with the other point. So it's going to go blue with the flower coming up to here, reverse up here, and come red down. So let's see if I can do this. There we go. If you play that back again, and watch closely, I went 1, 2, 3, and then at that exact moment I hit over here. I might have skipped a beat for just a split second, but then I went 1, back the other direction, 1, 2, 3. I went from here, I went 1, 2, 3. So I go up, left, down, down, right, up, back. Up, left, down, down, right, up. And my right's your left. So you can do that to try and play around with it. So as you get better with it, you can actually start like bouncing this pattern around. It looks really pretty as you change colors at different points, and it's just fun to do. And then once you learn one hand in both directions, so change my boy background, like I can go this way, and I can go the other way, the other variation of the pattern, like that. Well, now you can weave, because weaves are nothing more than just perspective things. So I can go and weave it all the way around. So I go up, left, down, right, like that. so it doesn't really affect me. I'm kind of a little bit off on this, but 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 1. I gotta get that reach from all over here down to here, but it's there. So hopefully that helps you understand what octograms are.